Here we have a lesson for section 6.3, dividing polynomials with long division. Okay, so you take your original equation and you write it in the correct format, and you do that by taking the dividend, putting it underneath the brackets, and the divisor, and putting it outside of the brackets to the left. Before we start, it's a good note that the process of dividing polynomials other than monomials is the same as the process of dividing whole numbers that we were all accustomed to. So, before we start, we have to notice that the x to the fourth column leads right into the x to the second column. We can't have that, so what you need to do is you occupy the x to the third column with 0x to the third, which does not change the equation, but sets up your columns so that they don't get jumbled and so that you get the right answer. So, once you plug that in, you need to ask yourself what number multiplied by the divisor will give you the first number in the dividend. In this case, it's x to the third. So you take this number and place it on top of the brackets and multiply the two numbers of the divisor by it. And you take this product right here and you subtract it from the first two numbers of the dividend. This will cancel out the first column of numbers and leave you with the second column only. From there, you go on to the next column in the dividend and bring down that number. If it's a positive number, you add it to the number you were left over with, but if it's negative, you would subtract it from the number that you were left over with. So, you repeat this step until you are left with no more columns and one remainder left over. This is an important number, so you need to keep it, and once you reach the end of your columns, you will have worked up a set of numbers up top, which you also need to keep in mind, because you need to use the check method to make sure your answer is correct. The check method is shown right here, and the check method is taking the divisor, which you were given, and multiplying it by the quotient, which you found, and adding it to the remainder, which you also found, and this should give you the dividend, which is one of the numbers you were originally given. So, what you do is you plug in the divisor, quotient, and remainder, and after multiplying and adding like terms, you are left with two equations that are equivalent. What this shows you is that your remainder and quotient you found in long division are correct for the dividend that you were given in the original problem. And that's all long division is with long polynomials. Good luck.